Ciao, this is Esther.
Alfred here.
Of You, Me, and Sicily. And on this episode, we go to Pietraperzia in the province of Enna. We show you around and hear what one American woman has to say about visiting her ancestral hometown for the very first time.
You know, Esther, we focus on the oldest section of town, and the structures there some of them go back centuries. I was just blown away.
Enjoy this episode. Perched on a hill, there are breathtaking views as you approach the town of Pietraperzia. We will soon discover stunning buildings, palaces, a castle, and streets made of stone. Pietraperzia, perhaps deriving from the French words meaning pure stone, was initially inhabited by the Sicans, the indigenous people of Sicily. There are some indications Pietraperzia originated from an ancient Greek colony in Sicily called Caulonia. Under the Saracens, it prospered and was then ruled by the Normans, who returned the town to the original customs and Christian faith. Historians say the golden age of Pietraperzia was probably under the Baresi family in the 16th century, although the family has been in Pietraperzia since the 11th century. Visiting ancestral homes for the first time can be an emotional experience. Some of Rosie Shivari's family emigrated to the United States from Pietraperzia and Bagheria. Fortunately, we were able to schedule filming this episode of You, Me, and Sicily when she and her husband Craig came to Sicily and visited Pietraperzia for the first time.
What does it feel like?
It's kind of amazing. It's just kind of a funny feeling in my heart to be, where my family, the De Glorias, came from, and my grandmother who lived with us, born here.
And to walk these streets?
And doing this for all my cousins.
This is the main square. It's pretty open. But as you leave it by foot, there are numerous narrow streets and stairs that take you to one beautiful view, building, church, or notable portals or doors after another. Some of these beautiful red sandstone buildings once served as palaces in the 1500s. Some examples are the Palazzo del Comunale, Palazzo Governatore, the Palazzo Mendola, and others. At the highest point of the town, you can admire the ruins of the Baresi Castle and this phenomenal panoramic view of Pietraperzia. The medieval castle was built on a limestone cliff, but there's evidence some form of a fortress existed in this spot since the Bronze Age. Construction of the castle itself began in 1060 with the arrival of Count Roger. The Baresi family built this castle with his permission. In fact, this castle belonged to many generations of Baresi Barneciforti families. Several religious buildings are also worth seeing. The Chiesa Madre, Mother Church, dedicated to St. Mary, is the most important of all. It was built in the 1300s, again by a Baresi baron. There's the Church of Santa Maria de Jesus, which is connected to a Franciscan convent of the same name. Church of San Domenico, the Church of San Rocco, the Church of Maria del Corso, and of course, many others.
Stompinato is the cousin who lives here.
Spampinato.
Oh,
It's too difficult to pronounce.
Yeah.
Back in the square, Rosie speaks to some of the locals about her family, and we say our goodbyes.
It's just an adorable town. It's more than I expected. The stories that I had heard from my aunts, my Zia Lucia, who's passed away now, and from my cousins when they came here, multi anni fa, was that it was still pretty rustic, with the chickens and the cows living downstairs in the house and them living upstairs. So it's definitely grown up.
It turns out, once we departed, she was able to find some of her cousins home and had a short visit. Pietraperzia in the province of Enna, truly worth visiting.
What a treat it is to follow someone around when they visit their ancestral home.
The town is great, the people were wonderful too, and I couldn't believe how many churches were there. It was like one per person practically.
You're in Sicily, for
I
crying
know,
out
I know,
loud.
I know.
All right, if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe. Leave us a note in the comments.
And don't forget, on Sundays we have something new. Sicily Live on live stream on YouTube.
And if you subscribe to this channel, you get notifications. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait!
Facebook.
This time I really forgot. Thanks for watching.
Ciao.